What's up guys, this is Teddy. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video I'm going to be talking about real estate agent prospecting, and more specifically a couple ideas that you can use that most agents don't use, especially if you're in a really competitive market. As I choose some of the lesser known and more plentiful ways of real estate agent prospecting, and I'm going to share those with you. The first way is one of my favorites, and it is basically what's called a high equity owner. A high equity owner is anybody who owns a house in cash or has owned a house for a very long time, or if they've had a 15-year mortgage on it and they've owned it for maybe 6, 7, 10 years. What's great about high equity owners is that there's a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. If they sell their house, they're going to get a huge payout. If you're wondering how to actually get phone numbers for these, what I do is I dig through Realist. There's no setting that lets you search for these, so I just manually dig through list and find people that have high equity, and I just call them like I would any other prospect. If you don't know how to find phone numbers, I've got a video on that. I'll leave a link down in the description below. Okay, number 2 is my absolute favorite, and that's going to be absentee owners. Somebody that lives very far away from a property is very likely to sell because many people see real estate investing or owning a piece of income property as a great thing. A lot of people see it as the exact opposite. They see owning a second piece of real estate as a hassle. People who see their piece of real estate as a hassle are very likely to sell it, and they're very likely to be motivated too. Once again, you can actually search through Realist or your tax record for people. All you have to do is check the owner occupied box no, and it will automatically bring them all up. So you can find these people in bulk, and you can just start dialing like crazy, and you can prospect absentee owners all day. Number 3, my second favorite, is going to be old expired. Especially expired listings are very competitive. It's very difficult to get these people to flip, and I have just as much success with old expireds as I do any other form of prospecting. Old expireds are great because number 1, there's less competition. The negative feelings of real estate agents calling them have likely ceased, and they're more likely to talk to real estate agents. And once again, there's just so many old expired listings out there. You could prospect old expireds all day and you'll never run out of people to prospect. Number 4, and this is one that I've never seen anybody talk about, it's what's called a canceled listing. A canceled listing is when somebody just pulls their house off the market. Maybe they had a rocky relationship with their wife or their husband, and this happens a lot, and they rekindled their relationship. Maybe they found out they were getting a new job and they found out that they didn't get the job, or they put their house on the market for some reason and they took it off. Cancel listings are great because a lot of times people listed with a realtor that was really bad, and they will want to immediately list with somebody new, and if you're the first person to give them a call, present yourself in a great way, they're more than likely going to list with you. Okay, so number 5 is going to be calling rent signs, and this kind of goes along with absentee owners. Many people who inherit properties or are renting out a piece of rental property don't like their rental property, and they're just kind of going through trying to find a renter. And if you call a rent sign and you find what's called an accidental landlord, a lot of times that they will want to list. They don't know how much the property is worth, and if you can be a really helpful real estate agent who will show these people how much their property is worth, how easy it is to sell it, get pictures of it, you're going to get a listing out of it. A lot of times though, the bad thing about calling rent signs is that you're speaking with professional landlords or people who've been in the business for a really long time. You want to look for properties that aren't managed by professional property management companies, people who just have their name and their phone number as the person to call on Zillow, and you maybe even want to look for rent signs. Stay away from professionally managed and professional landlords. Number 6, and this is one that I've been doing recently, it's duplexes, quadplexes, and triplexes. These are great because in my market, and your market may be different, so maybe fit your strategy a little bit different. Duplexes, quadplexes will fly off the shelf. You can literally list a duplex and a quadplex for whatever you want in the city of Wilmington, and if it's anywhere near a decent price, it's going to be gone. And the thought of a piece of property selling over market in a really hot market is really enticing to a lot of investors, so I just call around and tell investors to say, you know, the market for duplexes and quadplexes is on fire right now. If you put it on the market, it's going to fly off the shelf and it's going to sell for over market. And a lot of times that is just music to an investor's ears, and they will be more likely to actually want to sell. But anyway, that is my 6 tips for different ways of real estate agent prospecting. If you guys like this video, make sure to hit the thumbs up. If you have a topic that you'd like me to talk about, make sure to leave a comment down below. And as always, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and thank you for watching.